The world at one. This is Robin Day with 40 minutes of news and comment this Thursday lunchtime. There is new hope of a settlement in the public workers' pay dispute, with the government approving the idea of a new board to compare their pay with rates in private industry. The eastern half of Britain is still in the grip of severe weather. Tehran is quieter. Saudi Arabia is freeing 20 Britons from jail in honour of the Queen's visit. Why has stargazer Patrick Moore launched a new political party into the dark political sky? News in full, John Marsh.
There's new hope today of a settlement in the two disputes which have been causing the biggest problems, the ones involving the council workers and hospital employees. A new offer is to be made tomorrow afternoon to the unions representing the council workers. One major development is that the government has now approved the idea of setting up a board to compare the pay rates of workers in local councils and also those in hospitals with pay in private industry. And the existing basic offer of 8.8%, which was rejected last week, would be increased to 9%, backdated to November. The unions are to be told that any extra increase resulting from the comparability study would be paid in August and next April. So far, no talks have been fixed with the health service, but it's thought their workers would be given the same offer. Britons serving prison sentences in Saudi Arabia are to be released under a special amnesty ordered by King Khalid to mark the Queen's visit, which begins on Saturday. The news reached the Queen as she and Prince Philip began their three-day tour of Bahrain.
Britain's best-known stargazer, Mr. Patrick Moore, has launched a new political party, the United Country Party. Its first candidate is one Lieutenant Colonel Iremonger in the safe Tory seat of Chichester. To find out what the United Country Party is about, I spoke to its chairman, Patrick Moore.
It stands, I think we may say, for the freedom of the individual. And let me make it perfectly clear from the outset that we are neither particularly right-wing nor particularly left-wing. We are not wing at all. So we're equally anti-fascist and anti-communist. But when you look around the country now, there is so much that is going wrong. We're overtaxed, we're overgoverned. Things are happening in this country that we didn't believe could happen only a few years ago. And it's time that somebody tried to do something about it.
What are the main policies of this party, which you say is neither right-wing nor left-wing?
There are certain things we are against, certain things we are for. For example, there's not the slightest doubt, I think, that everybody in this country is hopelessly overtaxed. And when you look around and see the tremendous amount of government waste that goes on, with the immense numbers of bureaucrats and so on, there's a tremendous saving that could be done there.
What about trade union?
Well, we are not anti-union by any means. One thing we are very anti, however, is the closed shop. Everyone should have the right to withdraw their labour. It's also equally true that everybody should have the right to work. And I do not believe that the closed shop is a democratic way of going about things. We've seen that quite recently.
But having heard you explain this, Patrick, and having heard you many times on any questions, for instance, I can't quite understand why you don't support the Conservative Party, given your views.
I think the answer is just look around the country, because after all, the Conservatives have talked a lot, but they've never really done anything. And what we are now seeing in this country is the result of a great many years of mismanagement by successive governments.
Do you agree with the reported comment of Lieutenant Colonel Iremonger, who is apparently going to be one of your candidates, that the Tories are too wet?
He never made that comment. How it got into the press, I do not know. We've never said that the Tories are wet. What we are saying is that no one, either socialist or conservative, has yet really taken the bull by the horns and tried to put right things that are going wrong. When you look round now, I say we're not anti-union, but when you see hospital pickets withholding supplies to sick people, you realise that something has really got to be done.
Are you connected with the Freedom Association, which used to be called the National Association for the Advancement of Freedom?
No, we are entirely independent of anybody.
Where's your money coming from?
I think we're going to get money from our members, who are going to come in, I think, in floods. They're already showing signs of doing so.
Who